It's another great day with the Learn English podcast channel. My name is Leo, not the zodiac sign, and next to me is Gwen, our calm co-host.
Hi, everyone. I hope you enjoy listening to our talk. Our podcast and chill episode today is about something really important in learning English. Can you guess what it is, Leo?
I don't know. Maybe listening?
Not quite, but it's also needed for listening.
Let me think.
Here's a hint. To listen well in English, you need to know a lot of words.
Oh, I know. Is it vocabulary?
Exactly. We know some of our listeners find it hard to build vocabulary. In today's episode, we'll share simple but helpful tips to learn new words.
And guess what? We have a free PDF for this episode full of vocabulary and learning tips. Are you ready? Let's begin. If you've been learning English for a while, you might wonder, why is learning new words so hard?
That's actually common among English beginners. The first reason is, a lot of people just memorize words. They think, I'll learn a bunch of words quickly. But the problem is, if you don't use them, you'll forget them.
Also, some people feel shy or afraid to make mistakes when using new words. They worry they'll say the wrong thing, so they don't try.
Some even feel like they're just stuck using the same words again and again.
It often happens because they focus mostly on grammar. Vocabulary practice gets left behind.
And not knowing enough words can be a big problem in real life. Imagine, for example, you're traveling abroad. You want to order food, but you don't know the words on the menu. It feels frustrating, maybe even embarrassing.
Yes, or let's say you're in a meeting at work. Everyone's speaking fast, using business words you don't understand. That can make you feel nervous or unsure about speaking up. It's totally normal to feel unsure when you don't know the right words.
Absolutely. In our next part, we'll share some simple tips to grow your vocabulary.
First up, start with what you already know. Learning new words can be difficult, but it's easier if you start with words you already know.
That's right. Begin with familiar words and try to add from there. Let's say you already know the word happy. From there, you can learn similar words like joyful and cheerful. This way, you're connecting new words with something you already understand.
It's like building blocks. The more you add, the stronger your vocabulary gets. Plus, it helps you use the words in the right situations.
So, always start with what you know and slowly expand.
Next tip, read more often. Reading is one of the best ways to grow your vocabulary.
Yes, and you don't need to read hard books. Choose things that are right for your level so you don't feel lost. It can be anything from short stories to news or blog posts.
Set aside just 10 minutes a day for reading. This small habit can make a big difference. You'll see new words in context and understand how they're used.
And don't forget, if you find new words, write them down. You can look them up later and try to use them in your own sentences. Now, here's another important tip. Learn words in context. Memorizing a list of words is hard, but when you learn them in context, it's easier to remember and use them correctly.
What do we mean by context?
Well, it's about learning words as they come up in situations or stories. For example, let's say you're reading a story about cooking. You might learn words like stir, chop, and boil, because they're all part of cooking.
Instead of just memorizing the word boil alone, you see it in a sentence. Like, she boiled water to make pasta. Now you understand what it means and how to use it.
So learning in context helps, because you get a full picture of the word, not just its meaning. You see how it fits into real situations.
And don't just read. Watch conversation videos or listen to podcasts. These help you hear how words are used in real conversations. For example, you can check out Learn English with Jessica or English Speaking course on YouTube. They offer great content that uses everyday language.
Also, follow along with transcripts. It's easier to learn a word if you hear it and see it written at the same time. For example, let's say you're listening to a podcast or watching a video with English subtitles. You hear the speaker say, "The weather is beautiful today." Now, you see each word written on the screen, and you hear how it's said. You can repeat what they say, like, "The weather is beautiful today," and try using it in your own sentence. For example, "The weather is beautiful in my city."
That's the idea. Hearing it, seeing it, and then using it yourself helps keep the word in your memory. So, try it out. Find some audio with a transcript or subtitles, follow along, and start practicing. It can help you improve a lot. Let's go through some vocabulary relevant to today's topic. Expand. Meaning, to make something bigger or to grow. Example, reading books can expand your vocabulary. News article. Meaning, a piece of writing in a newspaper, magazine, or website about daily events. Example, I am reading a news article about animals in Africa. Situation. Meaning, the way things are at a certain time or place, what is happening. Example, in a crowded situation, you should speak clearly. Look something up. Meaning, to search for information about something. Example, if you don't know a word, look it up in the dictionary. Mimic. Meaning, to copy how someone else speaks or acts. Example, she mimics her teacher to practice English pronunciation. Why is it important to learn vocabulary in context?
Learning vocabulary in context is like learning a word's personality. It helps you understand how the word fits in different situations. This makes it easier to remember and use the word correctly, just like you remember a friend's habit.
How can speaking English help you practice and learn new words?
Speaking English helps you remember new words better because you use them in real life. You can also hear feedback from others, helping you fix mistakes and learn better.
Using flashcards and apps is also a good way to learn new words. Flashcards are a simple but powerful tool. Write the new word on one side and the meaning on the other. Then, test yourself.
Let's say you're learning the word excited. On one side of the flashcard, you write excited, and on the other side you write feeling happy and full of energy. Then, whenever you have a few minutes, maybe while waiting for the bus or during a break, you can pull out your flashcards. Check the other side to see if you got it right.
And if you like technology, there are great vocabulary apps like Anki and Quizlet. These apps make learning more fun with games and quizzes so you don't get bored.
Yeah, apps make it easy to learn anytime. Plus, you can use them anywhere, on the bus, during lunch, or before bed.
Yeah, I love how easy they are to use. Next up, let's talk about practicing speaking and writing. Learning words isn't just about memorizing them. You need to use them in real life. Try using new words in your daily conversations. Don't worry about making mistakes. It's part of the learning process.
For example, you just learned the word delicious. You could practice by using it in your daily conversations. If you're eating a meal, you might say, "This pizza is delicious." Or if you're at home and there's no one around, you can still practice.
Just talk to yourself. You could say, "My coffee tastes delicious today," even if you're the only one listening. It still counts as practice.
And here's another tip: keep a journal. Write down new words and make sentences with them. This way, you're not just memorizing, you're using them in writing.
That's a great idea. Speaking and writing make the words stick better. Now for our last tip, review and repeat. Learning vocabulary isn't something you do only once. You need to review new words often. The more you see the words, the easier they are to remember.
And it's easy to forget them if you don't review often. Set aside a few minutes each day to go over the words you've learned. You could even make it part of your daily routine, like while you're having breakfast or before you sleep.
Another idea is to set reminders on your phone. Little alerts can help you remember to review during the day.
Yes, review is the secret to long-term memory. Let's go through some vocabulary relevant to today's topic. Actively, meaning doing something with a lot of energy and effort. Example, she listens actively in class to understand everything better. Memorize, meaning to learn something so you can remember it without looking at it. Example, he tries to memorize the lyrics of his favorite song. Mistakes. Meaning, things done in the wrong way or something incorrect. Example, my friend made a few mistakes on her test. Journal. Meaning, a notebook where people write down their thoughts, ideas, or daily events. Example, Jake writes in his journal every evening about his day. Review. Meaning, to look at something again to remember or check it. Example, she reviewed her notes before the test. Why is it important to use new words in sentences when learning them? It helps you understand what they mean and how to use them right. When you practice using new words in your own writing, you're more likely to remember them later. How does keeping a journal help with remembering new words? A journal is a place to write down new words, their meanings, and examples. This helps you learn the words better because you're writing them down and reviewing them. Vocabulary building is a journey, but with these tips, it doesn't have to be hard.
Yep. Just a little bit of effort each day will make a big difference over time.
We hope these tips help you improve your vocabulary. Don't forget to check out our free PDF with vocabulary and tips in the description or comments.
Thanks for joining us today.
We hope you find these tips helpful and fun.
Goodbye, and see you in our next episodes.